I believe my interrupting on my podcast is the single nicest thing I'm doing for my audience, while my audience scrutinizes it me for the most, but I'm willing to take that scrutiny to bring value.
Asked him this earlier, like with my history of visual brand strategy, I was less into the knowledge of all of the ad space, all that allows you as far as technical stuff like geofencing and things like that. So how is just a visual creative, how do I stay abreast of all of those changes? Because that gives me, every change that I see and how it displays gives me different ideas for how I can speak into that.
By fully committing to it. I think
what are the ways to kind of...
by doing the work to be educated on everything.
Okay.
By reading, watching videos, by putting in the education work. The biggest issue when people go from something bigger to something smaller is the speed and the needs become way different. There's so many people in corporate right now are trying to join smaller startups, and they obviously come and talk to me because I've known them for, we had a client from Unilever, you worked on Unilever at some point? That's what I thought. Jen Bremner, I sat down with yesterday. Who we didn't necessarily have the greatest run with. And she's looking to make a move from Unilever to a mid-sized company, and I even though we didn't have the greatest rub, I do actually think she's got chops. And so I was giving her advice of like, hey, we were talking about that today with the Sasha group, Sasha versus Vayner, like you guys care in a different way. Like it's your livelihood, it's not even caring, surviving versus, getting a different job somewhere else. Like, so the speed in which, but you still have things that you can really bring to the table. You have to go through the filter of practicality and speed instead of ideology and lack of speed. And that's something you have to get used to.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
How'd you know that?
I know it because I'm really good at pattern recognition. And it's why I listen. I talk a lot about me listening over talking because I have such a bad rap because I do interrupt my guests on my podcast, but it's because I already know. I know what they're saying. And I'm thinking about the audience, not my guest. And if they're about to spend 9 minutes and I know they have to leave for another appearance somewhere, because that's, just so everybody knows, I'm not like this chill podcast where it's what you do for the day and it's all I do for a living. Like my guests and I are on a very tight schedule, and I'm saying to myself, this woman, this man is about to talk for 9 minutes about something this audience fully knows and is gonna be complete vanilla. So now I'm gonna interrupt, add my 2 cents that brings value and move them forward. And so I'm willing to get judged and ridiculed by my audience to bring more value to my audience. I believe my interrupting on my podcast is the single nicest thing I'm doing for my audience, while my audience scrutinizes it me for the most, but I'm willing to take that scrutiny to bring value. Because what the audience doesn't know is what the show would have looked like if I let them run, which is we would have gotten to 2 things, pure vanilla and see you tomorrow. That is about being consumer centric. That is about pattern recognition. That's about knowing. And so just hearing it and knowing it, which goes to the most interesting part, which is you two can win. You just have to have humility and honesty with each other and over communicate instead of thinking it in your heads.